Have you ever watched a film that made you feel so good that you had to rewatch it again? Look, we've all rewatched movies 2 times before, maybe 3 times, but how about 5 times in a row? This summer, I had a trip planned from Atlanta to a special destination totaling 14 hours. Now every time I hop on my flights, there is one movie, and one movie only, I decide to play on the 12-inch 120Hz screen on the back of my flight seat. Crazy Rich Asians. The go-to movie for many people who have nothing to do with their lives as they are tens of thousands of feet in the air. So I decided to set up a challenge for myself. 1. Watch the Crazy Rich Asians movie as many times as I physically could during the duration of the 14-hour flight. And 2. Try not to go insane. You'll learn quickly that I failed that second one pretty much instantly. This video documents the 14 hours of mental encampment I put myself under whilst watching this movie. The people next to me genuinely thought I was going insane as I continuously replayed the same movie 5 times during my flight. I'll give you all a taste of what I witnessed, and you will love to see just the way I became deluded at the end. Please make sure to enjoy the video and like and subscribe to show your support. We start off in London of 1995, where 2 women are with 2 children, and they go into a hotel asking for a reservation. The receptionist rejects them and tells them to go to Chinatown, which is an incredibly racist statement. Like, how about I use your bald head to test the velocity of my palm against its surface? The head honcho walks in and he's like, oh my goodness, the youngs. Boy, am I happy to see y'all. The receptionist is like, what is going on? And the head honcho is like, you didn't know? I'm about to sell this hotel to them. What a dar man scene, bruh. We transition into the current day and we meet Rachel, who is a professor of econ at NYU. She is playing a game of poker with one of her TAs and she's like, think about all of the psychology behind the risks and reward of gambling. And then we shift to her later in the day where her and her boyfriend Nick go to a cafe together. Her boyfriend tells her that he wants to travel to Singapore for a spring break wedding. And here we see some random ladies taking a picture of the 2 together. So when they do it, it's cool or whatever. But when I do it, y'all want to call me out for stalking. It's not fair. The ladies share the picture online and it spreads everywhere. And even Nick's mother gets in within minutes. Why do people care this much? They are acting like D.E. Noza just uploaded a video, bruh. If only they liked and subscribed like you all did, right? Rachel decides to go on the trip and she meets with her mom, who helps her find a dress that is fertile looking. I don't even know what that means. Her mom also warns her of the misconceptions about Chinese American people and abroad families. They get to the airport and the hostess is like, would you like me to take this bag to first class? And Rachel is like, nah, we good. We got our seats in the back of the plane. And when they get on the plane, Rachel is far from correct. Their seat is in the front of a plane and is literally a master bedroom. And she asks Nick, so you this rich? And he's like, nah, we comfortable.
Why ain't no way,
brother? Just say you have the ability to buy me, bruh. As they relax on their flight, Nick walks Rachel through the various family lore. First, there's Alistair in Taiwan, who makes movies and dates this actress called Pac. Freaky odd jits right here. Then there is cousin Eddie, who is a big finance dude and a family man. But he's self-centered and tells his wife in this scene, why are you wearing that ugly odd dress? We finna be in Hong Kong Vogue instead of American Vogue. Bro, you are about to be on Vogue. Drake made songs about this moment. Accept it, fam. There's also cousin Astrid, who is really down to earth, and she seems to be pretty kind, but then we see her buying a jewel that was worn by a queen. This family might be made out of trillionaires. They land in the airport and the bride and groom, Araminta, Minty for short, and Colin take them around Singapore to eat some food. Hey, look at all of this good food. The food looks amazing, y'all. Come on.
Oh my god.
Maybe I'll go there someday. Go ahead and like and subscribe to give your brother Enos the opportunity to become a crazy rich Asian. Or a crazy rich African in this case. Colin tells Nick about the bachelor events, and Minty tells Rachel that even though she may not know her as well, she would love to have her at the bachelorette planning events. We shift to a scene with Astrid coming back home and she hides everything. The husband gets back home late from work and he's insecure that he's a commoner compared to his wife's rich and wealthy family. Exactly the reason why she hid her stuff from him in the first place. What an insecure little boy. But she gets him a watch to celebrate the beginning of his new startup. Rachel then meets with her roommate called Peek Lynn from college, and she gets to her extravagant house where she meets her auntie Nina and goes inside to meet the rest of the family. Here we see some children wanting to skip a meal to play outside, and their dad is like, "There are kids starving in America. Look at her. You don't want to end up skinny like her, right? So eat your nuggets." I watched this movie too many times. The brother is also plain weird.
I love you.
Rachel tells them why she's in Singapore, and she tells them that she's dating someone called Nick Young. And the family's like, Nick Young? He is rich. And you know if this family is saying rich, you know that boy hella comfortable. Peek Lynn tells them how the Youngs dominated the Singaporean economy. And my question is that as an econ professor, you are telling me that you haven't heard anything about the Youngs? Shoot, I swear, if the Youngs were this rich, I probably would have known about them even if I was a gender studies major. They drive to the Youngs' residence and they meet some security guards patrolling the area. They get into the house and it looks amazing. Nick walks over and even invites Peek Lynn to come over. And then Peek Lynn pulls out an entire cocktail dress from the back of her trunk, skipping over the clubbing dress and the walk of shame. Yeah, she probably uses that one every other Tuesday. They go into the mansion where they see an entire tiger standing by the wall, and Nick finds his mom Eleanor in order to introduce her to Rachel. Here we learn more about Rachel's backstory, and we figure out that her dad died before she was born, and her mom didn't go to college. Y'all will need to remember this information for later. Pivotal information here. Even though her mom did not receive a college education, her mom earned a real estate license and worked to improve her life for her family. Eleanor is very harsh and condescending in this scene, and she doesn't seem to like Rachel much. Then Nick introduces Rachel to the rest of his family. We see Astrid talking to her husband Michael, and when Mike goes to grab a fork, he gets a message that shocks Astrid to the core. Mike is cheating on her. Mike, I'ma find you. Cheating on this beautiful lady? You don't even deserve her, bruh. You can't handle all that. We move back to Rachel and Nick, and Rachel accidentally spills a drink on Nick's outfit. She apologizes to Nick, and Nick goes to get a new outfit. Before Nick leaves, he introduces her to Ollie, who compliments Rachel's dress. Ollie calls himself a poorer relative who is a rainbow sheep, so you know he that one cool cousin. We move back to Nick and his mom Eleanor, which I'ma just call Mama. And Nick is like, I hope you're happy I brought a Chinese girlfriend. And Mama is like, Chinese American. So we already know what time my Mama's on. They go outside to see the bloom of a special flower, and they finally meet Grandma. And Grandma is good so far with Rachel. But the mom and auntie are like, Nick seems a little different. Mama chill. Let that boy Nick talk to Rachel. They seem like a power couple. Meal break. After some relatively rough turbulence on the plane, I was ready to eat some food. You know, as soon as they said chicken or beef, my neurons instantly reactivated and my stomach started singing. I went with the plate called Japan pork.
Oh my god.
Yes, I am going to Japan. I try to keep it undercover, but if you look at the flight screen, you will literally see Japanese, so I decided to give y'all a review. The trip was truly amazing and one of my best trips, so stay tuned for that vlog coming soon. Anyways, Japan pork. It came with this container that had a salad, a bread rolling, a lemon bar, and a scrumptious entree. Now time for the grand reveal. Hold up, it's hard to do it with one hand, but ta-da!
God have mercy upon us.
Look, I had low hopes at first, but don't hate it till you try or whatever they say. Okay, maybe it tastes better than it looks. Okay, not bad now. Okay, not bad now. I mean, it wasn't all that, you feel me? Not all that. I was hungry. Now for that salad. I'm not the biggest fan of chicken peas, so I didn't eat much of that. But that lemon bar was good, though. I also took the chance to go to the bathroom, and it looked pretty nice. Ooh, look at that fine young man over there. Sheesh, I wish I had this number. Let's get back to the movie. In the next scene, we see Minty greeting Rachel and Nick at a function, and they separate off to each other's various celebrations. Rachel meets Amanda, and she's cool. They actually relate to certain things, and Amanda is one of the few people who doesn't trip. Colin's friend Bernard also hosts a party, and they take this helicopter to a bachelor function, and the function is on a cargo ship. At this function, there are beauty queens from different countries. Or maybe not. This looks like a Dollar Tree version of Miss Universe. Nick and Colin talk to some other family members, but they are so insufferable that they grab a helicopter and escape to an entirely different island. Like, Colin apparently used to have a pilot's license, but I'm wondering how they landed that helicopter on that surface. What type of flight school did he go to learn this? We move back to the bachelorette party, where Minty gives the ladies a free shopping spree. Ray picks up this lemon dress and Amanda compliments the outfit with a nice little necklace. Back at the island, Nick reveals that he wants to marry Rachel. What? Whoever saw like it was obvious from the get-go. You know, it was a whole proposal plan and everything. Rachel and Amanda are back at the bachelorette spa, and Amanda reveals that Nick rejected moving to Singapore and taking over his family business in order to stay with Rachel instead. Here, Amanda also reveals that she used to date Nick, and Mama apparently really wanted them to marry each other. But something happened and the relationship didn't turn out well. As Rachel is walking away, she overhears some other girls, and I just want y'all to listen to this.
She's not even that pretty. It's like she's never heard of plastic surgery.
Shut the fuck. Oh my insecurities. And when she gets inside her villa, she sees a gutted fish on her bed with the phrase, "Catch this, you gold digging B-word." What type of sick humans would do this over a girl dating some other dude? I know some of y'all watch Love Island and them other reality TV shows. What? Hey, bro, that ice cream truck better go away. I'm trying to record a video. This truck looking nice. Low-key might have to stop and get a sweet treat. Anyways, I know some of y'all love watching those reality TV shows, but even they don't have this much drama. Full-grown women getting a dead fish and putting it on another woman's bed.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Get a job, bruh. Astrid sees all the nonsense and she decides to help her out, so they bury the fish together. As they talk, Ray is like, "You didn't have these problems when you were marrying Mike, right?" And Astrid is like, No. But Mike is cheating on me right now. Relationship drama. Almost as juicy as that fish they buried. Rachel and Nick talk about the events and Ray is obviously frustrated. But then Nick is like, "You're not like Amanda. You're different." So they mend things up a bit. They then go to a family event where they are making dumplings, and so far it's vibes. Rachel compliments Mama on the ring she's wearing, and Mama's like, "I got it from Nick's dad," aka her husband, who proposed to her after they went to Cambridge together. She's like, "I gave up my life and dreams to support him and his endeavors. I majorly regret my life decisions, so I'm gonna guilt trip you into feeling bad and persuade you to do what I did when I was your age too." I took psychology, so I saw this from a mile away.
Shut the fuck.
Rachel then decides to take a walk around the house, and Mama Loki finds her and apologizes. She says she got the ring because Grandma didn't want to pass the family ring down to her, mainly because she thought Mama wasn't worthy of being a good wife for her son. Rachel says she apologizes even though it has nothing to do with her and is not her fault, and Mama says throughout all her years, she has learned that a person like Rachel will never be enough. This family is actually so good. Ray meets up with Lynn after the situation, and Lynn is like, "You have to prove them wrong." And also, Nick is a big goofy mama's boy. So they have this whole dress up session before Minty and Colin's wedding. And I don't know who made this dress or why, but if I see someone wearing this, I'ma have to check up on their mental health. Lynn's dad also keeps bringing this dress, and I don't even know why the father is tripping on this nonsense. Eventually, they find the perfect dress, and Ray walks in all slay queen period, or whatever y'all be saying nowadays. Mike and Astrid are also in the car, and Mike tells her how he has to miss their son's birthday because he has a quote-unquote work meeting. And Astrid is like, I know you're cheating on me, but I will stay calm and collected for now, and when the wedding ends, we gonna deal with all the mayhem after. Mike then crashes out, and he's like, why are you so calm? Why do you care about your family's image? Brother, you just cheated. You have no right to be angry at anyone right now. Everyone makes it to the wedding, and once again, it looks amazing. Ray meets with mama and the aunties, but they're like, our row is full, so you're gonna have to sit with someone else. So Ray finds a row with some princess that booked the entire row for herself. I'm wondering how some lady you probably don't even know about booked an entire row for herself at somebody else's wedding. This is not about you. Anyway, Rachel and the princess bond over some econ article which the princess somehow wrote, and the wedding proceeds. During the wedding ceremony, everything goes according to plan, but these two jits keep on looking at each other like it's their ceremony.
Stop the cap.
Like, are y'all serious? Y'all know it's Collins and Minty's ceremony, right? Look at the wedding and stop staring at each other. Also, at this wedding, they flooded the entire walkway for the ceremony. Y'all made this John a swamp. And how much did this dress cost for you to get it wet like that? I don't know how much money you got, but there is no need for you to be flooding the entire church for this ceremony or getting this dress that wet. Mama realizes how much these two are looking at each other, and she looks at Rachel like, I'ma make sure you regret ever considering marrying my son. They move on to the after party, and this after party is even crazier than the wedding. How much did this day cost? The combination of these events probably cost them more than we will ever see in our lifetimes. Nick and Ray meet with grandma and mama, and it turns out they have discovered an important revelation. Remember how Rachel said her dad died before she was born? Well, it turns out that he actually didn't. The father is still alive, and Rachel's mom cheated on him and got pregnant with another man's baby. So she decided to run away to America before her husband found out. Dang, so the soup gets thicker. The mom is like, we cannot be linked to this type of dramatical family. And Rachel is like, I don't want to be part of your family. And she runs off. Nick starts chasing after her, but grandma's like, stop. Don't degrade yourself by running after such a woman. Really? And he runs anyway. Then grandma is like, it's your fault, mama. You let him stay away from home for so long and he ended up like this.
Are you serious right now, bro?
What the actual freak, man? This entire family is so messy, and I thought only African families were like this. Rachel makes the trek to her friend's Lynn's house, which is insane. I don't know how far this place is, but dang, an Uber cannot be that much now. She lays in the bed all day thinking about what she should do with her life, but Nick is really trying to make things up to her. Then Rachel's mom actually flies out to meet her. Ray asks the mom about why she kept all the information away from her, and we learn more about the family lore. The mom's husband used to hurt her a lot and was extremely abusive. However, she had this old school friend who helped her throughout it and got pregnant with his baby instead. She was so scared that her husband would kill her if he found out that she decided to move to America and start a new life there. Ray and her mom eventually make things up, and the freaky little brother, Peak Lynn's freaky little brother, is there taking photos like a sicko. Bruh, you are really a full-grown man living with your parents and taking pictures of people. I can't wait for my turn. That was a joke. I just have to say that so you guys don't cancel me. That was a joke, y'all. Nick and Rachel eventually meet up, and he apologizes and even proposes to her, telling her to move to New York with him, and she is shaken. We then switch to this club. I don't know what else to call it, but some sort of Mojang club where she meets with mama and they run a quick 1v1. I'm gonna try to explain this scene with as many of its philosophical themes as possible. So here we go. Mama tells Ray that she doesn't like her because she's not what Nick needs. And Ray is like, you know, Nick actually proposed to me yesterday. And Mama's like, boy, no way, boy. Boy, no way, boy. But Ray is like, don't worry, I turned him down. Ray says there's no winning in this situation because if Nick chooses her, he would have to leave his family behind. And if he chose his family, he would spend the rest of his life resenting his mother. As Ray is playing, she looks at this piece that can't seem to fit anywhere on her puzzle, and she knows that the mom needs this piece, so she gives it to her, knowing that she would possibly concede her chance of winning the game. She made the decision for Nick because she loved him so much that she would sacrifice their own relationship in order to make sure Nick was able to keep his family and future spouse happy. In the end, it is revealed that even though Ray gave up her piece, she was still able to conclude her game and perfectly match up her part as well. Slay Queen period comma M dash hashtag question mark.
Are you serious, my brother?
Ray gets ready to leave and she says goodbye to her friend Picolin. As she gets ready to depart on her plane, she meets Nick once again. Like he does, you cannot get rid of him. He bought a flight ticket to fly out to New York with her. So he tries to have this romantic conversation with her, but they are literally in the process of boarding the plane. Then he's like, can everyone calm down? I just need 30 seconds with my beautiful lady. Do you know how much I paid for this plane ticket, young blood? You better quiet down with the way you talking to the OG. Oh, so now you about to propose on the plane with that big ass ring. Hold on, that John looking nice from up close though. Yes. The mother gave over the ring as a sign of respect and acceptance for Rachel being part of the family. They stay one more night in Singapore and there is a ceremony for the proposal.
Really?
I swear, people have too much money. That hotel is nice though. Y'all pray, like, and subscribe that I can stay there one day too. And the movie ends with one of the greatest outro songs, Vote by Miguel. What a great movie. Time to watch it 4 more times. They've been dating for a year? Some of y'all rush into things too much. You telling me Singapore has a butterfly garden in their airport? Atlanta airport's still better though. Why is she so happy to see Nick? Ain't she about to get married? He speaks Malay, Mandarin, and Cantonese. Bro got all the badges. I think Minty Loki wants Nick, y'all. Do y'all get that too or not? Is she feeding her dog with chopsticks? Why does he keep on taking photos? Do they know they drive on the wrong side of the road in Singapore? Well, wrong relative to us. So what would right be? The right side of the lane. Right lane is the right lane. Mr. Beast Feastable Mochi Dumplings. He should do that one. Did they misspell Asian or is that an aesthetic choice? Watch 3. I low-key consider faking this video, but I have too much respect for y'all to do that. I love y'all, bruh. I love y'all. Bruh.
Why you wearing earbuds in class?
So you telling me that she made this order, but you are devouring this plate? You and your families are stingy cheapskates. I made a video about that. The more I watch this movie, the more I hate Nick. They are on a king-size bed on the plane, whilst I'm on a seat that depletes me of my oxygen levels by the second.
Companies, please sponsor me.
Singapore is an island. The whole time I thought it was a country. Nah, because why are they showing him shower? He ain't the main character. He is the side character of a side character. What type of structure does she have outside her home? What are they even eating? Look, I don't like hating on other people's cuisines, but I have seen this meal for the past 3 movies, and I am genuinely wondering what they call this dish.
Somebody just farted, and the smell has been lingering for the last 10 minutes. I don't know if it was me or not.
I need that dessert. Like, I need that dessert in my intestines right now. You know what I realized? I'm about to go to Japan, and I have no idea of how to use chopsticks. Why do these ladies keep on looking at them? No life, no ambition, no drive whatsoever. Just there to gossip and project their own insecurities onto us. Is he shooting a bazooka off a cargo ship? He needs to find a partner.
Some dude just got shot by the bazooka, I think.
Nick is the type of guy to propose at his best friend's wedding. I mean, he basically did that at the end. If anyone considers proposing at my wedding without permission,
I will make sure that neither the bride or groom have fingers to place the ring on.
throwing them flowers like a reckless boy. This is my first time watching the movie. I have never watched this movie before and I will enjoy watching it for the first time. Astra is beautiful. Rachel is beautiful. Minty is beautiful. Peek Lin is a character within this movie. Whew, it's chilly. I knew Japan would be a cool country, but I didn't know it would be that cold.
Astra, you deserve better.
This is the end. The last 2 hours and 1 minute of my suffering. The last time I will see Tom Brady give a sponsored message before my movie starts. I have hope. I have joy. I have stomach issues from the pork I ate a while ago. That is it, y'all. I watched Crazy Rich Asians 5 times in a row during my 14-hour flight. As soon as I landed in Japan, it instantly restored my mental health and my ability to function as a human being. Stay tuned for the Japan vlog coming out next week, and I hope you all enjoy the video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.